Welcome to solverfy.
The magnetic force is given by q times cross product of velocity and the magnetic field. And here the velocity vector is along y direction and the force vector is along x direction and z direction. So this is basically Vy. This value is Fx and this value including the negative sign is Fc. Now we are going to apply this equation here. So let's take B vector to have components along each direction given by Bx, By and Bz. So now, when we do the cross product, we see that Fx will be given by q times Vy Bz minus Vz By. And Vz is 0, so this value will just be q times Vy Bz. So from here we can find the component of magnetic field along z direction, and this is just gonna be Fx over the charge times Vy, and we know all the values of these variables. We plug them in and we get the magnitude of magnetic field along z direction to be negative of 0.256 Tesla. Now we also get Fy to be equal to q times Vz minus Vx Vz. But there is no component of force along y direction. This is just 0. And this means that Bx is 0. Sorry. So this means that Fy is equal to 0, which is satisfied from here. So there is no component of Bx or By. It's not possible to find because these also cancel out to be 0 because Vz and Vx is also 0. So we are going for Fz now, which is going to be equal to q times Vx By minus Vy Vx. And from here, we know that Vx is 0, so this is going to be negative of Vy Vx. And we can find Bx from here, which is going to be equal to Fc over q times Vy, negative Fc obviously. And this is going to be equal to negative of 0.175 Tesla. So this is for part A. For part B, as you can see here, there is By is not determined because no force due to this component of B along v direction, along velocity is present. So measurement of the force tells us nothing about By. So that is part B. So basically By is not determined because no force due to this component of the magnetic field along the velocity is present. Now for part C, dot product of the magnetic field and the force is going to be equal to Px Fx. So this is basically scalar product. So we will arrive at this result. And this is, so we use all the values that we found over here and the information that's given. And we find this value to be equal to 0. So this means that B vector dot product of both these vectors is equal to 0. But we know that the dot product is also given by the magnitude of B, magnitude of F times cosine of the angle between them. And in this case, B is not equal to 0 and also F is not equal to 0. So the only possibility that the dot product will be 0 in this case is when cos theta goes to 0. This means that phi should be 90 degree. And this says that the magnetic field and the magnetic force should be perpendicular. And another additional result could be, since the force is perpendicular to both F and B, since the force is perpendicular to both the magnetic field and the velocity, so the dot product of the velocity with the force is also going to be 0.